Don't be me, it's clicked off it. Hi ladies. Hi everybody. I'm just getting up the chat, and that's what I'm doing. So I'll wait for everybody to come in. I'm going to type something just to make sure that everybody can see what I'm going to say. Should be able to see me, and I'm going to type in Hi Angela. Don't think that's come up. No, it won't let me do it. So hi Mandy. I'm gonna try. I'm live, Chris. I'm just putting in the pattern in the description bar below for you guys to see. So give me a few minutes. Hi, see you. Hi, Claire. Hi, everybody. Oh, brilliant. So, now the pattern should be in the description bar below, I think. Yeah. Oh, I'm so organized this week. Hi, Amalu. Hello, everybody. I'll give it a few more minutes for everybody to join us. Hi, Liz. Hi, oh, wait now. Aline? Am I pronouncing that right? I'm probably not. I apologize if I do pronounce names wrong. I don't do it on purpose. I do try with everybody's names to pronounce them right. So if I'm pronouncing it wrong, let me know, and then I'll get somebody else to let me know what your name is, and then next week I'll hopefully have it right. Don't know everybody's names. So I'll start off to introduce everybody. So you've got Chronic Crafter, who's Angela. Hello, Miss Angela. You've got Spectrum Art Mandy Azar, which is Mandy. You have Gracie's Palace, which is Arlu. You have Aileen Solly, which is Aileen. I'm pronouncing that wrong. I know I am. And that's everybody, I think. I don't think I'm missing anybody. So I'll give you a few more seconds. Oh, bless. And then you have Liz McNee, who is Liz, of course. The lovely Liz. So I wanted to make a pincushion, but I didn't want to make any ordinary pincushion. That would have been boring. Did you get my package, Claire? Your package? No. Am I expecting a parcel? And Miss Angie Paisley is obviously Angie. It is Mandy, no N, so it's Maddie. And Azar is A in ape, as in ape. So, gosh, a ape. So Azar is ape. Yes? God. No, Malu, then no, I haven't received your parcel. The only parcel I did receive that I have filmed and needs to go up on YouTube is my gorgeous prize off the lovely Jane Marge, who is Creative Craft Closet, and I won Azar. Azar. A no. Abzar. Abzar. Please, please forgive me. Please. So yeah, that's the only parcel I received, and I did receive I'd received one more today, and that was from the lovely Elena. So but I will let you know the minute it comes through the door, my darling Malu. And I'm so excited that you've entered my challenge. I must admit, I'm getting some really nice entries in. So, what am I making tonight? Now everybody's in the hot room. What am I making? Right, so I wanted to make a pincushion. So I've been searching around, and I wanted to make a Dressform pincushion. But to make a Dressform pincushion, you need a pattern, because I wanted to have a bit of shape, especially around, see where around the bust is. So I wanted it to be a bit of a shape too. So there's these two ladies here on YouTube, and they are called the DIY Dish. I'm just going to check that. Yeah, the DIY Dish. Now, what I've done is, while I was waiting for everybody to come in, I have put the pattern in the description bar below. And these ladies are, I think they're in America, I think. And they're fab. They make anything to do with sewing. And they make all different kinds of shapes, and they're fantastic. So anyway, I went on to, this is free downloadable, so I can share it with you. I went on to the link that there was underneath their video, and I downloaded this. Now this is the pattern. So this is what the pattern looks like. So you have the front, the two sides, you have the back, the felt cover, and then the base. Now I'm going to sort of change mine slightly because of a few things. First of all, I have my little pot, and Miss Angie gave me these, and I want my Dressform to stand up in this. So for it to stand up, I'm not going to be making it the way they did. Now the way they made it, this is the difference. The way they made it, they used candle holders, which is a really good idea actually. Hiya Debbie! Which is a really good idea to use, because then your Dressform would stand up. Bearing in mind it is a pincushion, and so you can dress them up or dress them down. So I want mine to stand in the person I can't read the name of. Oh, it's Maddie. Angela. It's Maddie. Izza. Right, so I want it to stand up in this. Now Angie gave me 3 of these ages ago, and I used one, and then I've got 2 left. So how I thought to do it, because I want it to be slightly different, is I'm going to use air dry clay, and then when it comes to it being stood up, I'm going to put the air dry clay at the bottom. I'm going to use, so these are the materials I am using. Trying to think right. So I have got a piece of dowel, and it measures. So it measures 6.5 inches, and I think, yes, 1/4 inch dowel, so it's perfect. So it'll stand up like so, and there's plenty of room that sticks out. So there's that. I'm also using this fabric to make my Dressform with. The other thing that they're doing different to me is they say to cut your base out of foam board. Now I haven't got any foam board, so what I'm going to be using instead of is cardboard. It's thick enough, and it's just for the base anyway, so I'm using that. I am going to be using some felt to cover the bottom with, and there's my pattern. So a little bit different to what they're doing it, and I will be putting obviously we'll be decorating the box, the jar at the bottom as well, but I might not be doing that in this video. I might have to do that next week. But yeah, that's the difference between what they did to what I did, because that's what I was looking for. So that's what I'm doing. Now I've left the pattern in the description bar below, and when I finish this live, I will put their channel in the description bar below for you to sort of pop on over to see what they're all about. They're a fantastic channel, and I think they're sisters or twins. I don't think they are friends because they look too much alike. But they say to use a fat quarter. Now my piece of fabric, I haven't got a lot of it. My piece of fabric measures 15 inches by 8. So I think it's a little bit more than a fat quarter, but that's the fabric that they say. Love this idea. Can't wait to see yours. Will be beautiful, no doubt. Oh, thank you, Angela. Thank you so much. Right, so I'm going to put these two pieces aside because one's the base. Both of them are the base underneath. One's the cardboard and one's the felt to cover over the cardboard. So as I don't need them right now, I'm going to put them to one side. I might put them in my little jar just to keep them safe. And all I'm going to concentrate on is the main pattern. So I have my back, my front, and my sides. So how I'm going to do this is I'm going to cut them sort of one at a time. Now I'm going to go just here, and you need one back. I've never made one of these before, so I've been watching the video over and over and over again, and this was my sort of trial and error, because I didn't want to use this fabric. So this is what it will sort of look like. This is the inside out, but that's what it'll look like and have a bit of shape too. So you can sort of see it coming in here, but I didn't. I used the wrong stitch when I was gluing it, sewing it, and B, it gives me an idea where I went wrong. So that's what it'll sort of look like, sort of. Right, so I'm going to just roughly cut around that to make it easier. There's one of these. Grab a pin. One of them. And because it's a mannequin, we need 2 sides. I'll cut them out now in a second. So I'm going to fold my fabric because that'll make it easier to grab my 2 sides. And I'm going to go... I want to go on that fold if I can help it. Perfect. Now I should have enough. I don't know. What do you think? Yeah, I should have enough to do the base. The felt of the base. I was just thinking about it then. Well, I haven't got enough. Right. Let me grab a pin. So I've folded my side, my fabric over to give me 2 of my sides. Right, so now I've got a little bit of stability on this. So I'm going to go back to cutting my back piece out. I'm going to just pin it. Now you can use chalk to draw around. I think I am going to, but I don't want to see the chalk on the pattern side. I'm going to turn this. I might have to do it with both of them, actually, all of them. I'm just going to turn it so you're not going to see the markings. That way then, when I turn it inside out, because it's going to be turned inside out, you're not going to see the markings. The other thing to have is some stuffing, obviously, because we need to stuff our mannequin, because we're using it for pins, to make sure that she's going to come undone. Now this arrow here, it tells you to go with the grain of the fabric. That's what that arrow means. So my grain of my fabric is going this way. Now the grain of the fabric, it's I don't know huge amount by it, but I do know it's the way the fabric's made in the factory. Some fabrics go, the grain of the fabric goes that way, so you will get your, you know, when it starts to fray and you see those lines. Now some fabrics fray this way, some fabrics fray that way. If your fabric frays portrait, it means that you're doing it right, so the arrow is facing the right way. So I'm just going to use my what do you call it, dressmaker's chalk, and I'm just going to go all the way around it. Okay, so there's the first one. I'm going to take this off. I'm going to cut that out, so I'll cut it as I go. I do apologise for me being quiet while I'm cutting it. Just want to make sure I'm cutting on those lines. Right. And then I'm going to cut straight at the bottom. And that's my back piece done. So that's the first piece done. Ooh. Everybody's really quiet. They are, aren't they, Malu? I think everybody, when it goes quiet, I've learned, right? When it goes quiet like this, it means everybody's watching me to see what I do next. That's why everybody's got so quiet. I learned that. When I first did a line, if everybody went quiet, I thought I did something wrong, and then everybody went, "We're watching you." Like, okay. Where's Teddy? He is fast asleep as usual. He's actually in the hallway, snoring. I can hear him. You probably can't because he's miles away from me. But he is near me, so but not next to me. I'm gonna move that out of my way. So they say with this pattern, when you come to sewing it, 'cause I will be sewing it, and I will at one point be using the glue gun too. Oh, shall I? Can I get away with using my fabric glue? That. I thought about cutting the pieces pre-hand, and then I thought, no, I won't cut them before I come live, because then you're not seeing me do it. So I've got white cotton in my machine. I suppose you could use any size cotton, any sort of colour cotton, because you're not really seeing it. You could use any cotton you wanted to. It's just a little bit too big. There. Right, so let's cut it out. Hi, Gillian. Feels good to see process. Yeah, it does. I completely agree with you, Angela. I think if I had done it, you know, if I had done it, cut the actual pattern out, and I don't know, I wouldn't have felt the same to me anyway if I'd done that. Because you know, when all my lives I sort of do step 1, 2, and then I go right to the end, the last step. So I'm gonna just can't see my craft as either or floor. Hi Claire, everyone. I'm watching, listening, and sorting my mess out in my crafty space so I can craft tonight. Oh, bless Angela. Been working for months to get my small space organised. Oh, is it all organised now? Are you getting there? So there's my 2 pieces. There's my front and my back. So if you're confused about which is front and which is the back, because to make a mannequin, when I made the sample one I was making earlier, it does get a little confusing. So what I do is just put a little bit of chalk on my front piece, so then I know which is the front and which is the back. Just a little thing and a tip for you. Move my mess out of the way. I move this piece. Now done the front and the back. Now we need 2 of these sides, so again do the inside out, so I can go around my chalk piece and mark all the sides. It's coming along. I'm so encouraged, just tired, but we'll keep working at it until the job's complete. Oh, bless. No, it is satisfying when you clean your craft space up. I do get some satisfied. I tell you what though, when I clean my mess up and I sort through my boxes, and I did the other day, sort through one of my lace boxes, I almost don't want to craft in it because it's too tidy. I think, oh, do I have to craft in here? I don't want to mess everything back up again. Do you mind get like that? A tidy craft room isn't a happy craft room. Oh, bless. I know I was talking to somebody the other day and they felt exactly the way I did about when you tidy your craft space up. You almost don't want to craft in there because it's all clean. I'm just going to pin that there, and I'm going to go straight across. So because I've got 2 pieces, I'm going to take my pattern off. I'm just going to pin that while I cut it. And it's important to get your shape of your mannequin, especially because you're doing sides, where they should be, the shape of it. I found when I was making my little one up next to me that I sort of didn't want to take the time to cut my pattern out, and then when it came to putting it all together, it didn't fit properly. There. So there's your two sides. Every time I tidy mine, I can't remember what I put everything. Oh, bless. I've been in a RW 2 years and it's a process, but it works just to be flexible and creative. If you want to keep all your crafty stuff, that's definitely the... I know. Oh, bless. Don't you guys find that though, that when you tidy your stuff, when you tidy your craft room up, that it almost becomes, you don't know where everything is because you've just tidied it up. So the next bit, now I'm going to move my unwanted scrap pieces to one side. So leave your side pieces to one side at the moment, you don't need them. It's these two pieces that you need. So because I want that obviously to be the outside, bring your two outside pieces together, because you're turning this inside out. It's not going to remain like that. And the idea is, let me get some smaller pins. Okay, so the idea is I'm going to pin this together. Can you see where I haven't cut the top and it's not matching on the other side? Because I haven't cut that top away, because I forgot to do it. There. So what you're going to do is I'm going to start on this side and I'm going to just pin my corners in. Now I'm going to go up and around that way. Okay, so that's what you should look like. So your two sides are together. Now I'm going to remove these pins, otherwise they'll get in my way just a little bit. I'm going to put them in my pot so I know where they are. I'll move that out of the way. Now, like I say, you'll need your dowel right at the end, and I've got my chalk. So we're going to keep a 1/4 inch seam allowance all the way around. Now I can either use my gadget that I do tend to keep, but I know that a 1/4 seam allowance isn't big anyway. So when you're using my little gadget, let me see if I can find my little gadget. Let me see. No, it's not in there. I don't know where my little gadget's gone. I don't know where it's gone. And I think I moved everything the other day. I moved everything to clean up, look, and I can't find it. Oh. No, I can't find it. Right, so a 1/4 seam allowance. I can't find my little gadget that I usually have to go around. Is where my pins are, basically. So you just want to leave a little bit of a seam allowance all the way around. The reason we're doing that is because when we turn it inside out, hello Christine, when we turn it inside out, you want your mannequin to have a bit of shape to it. And we need, when we've sewn all the way around here, we're going to cut just around these corners. So have the fact that you've got it, just put little snippets in where that bend is, because then when you turn it inside out, it'll stretch the fabric and it'll give you that shape of a dress form. So I am using white cotton. Like I say, I don't know where my little gadget is, so if I'm just somewhere now, no doubt, and I'm going to just turn you to face my machine. Okay, so I'm using white thread for this, and I'm going to take that pin out. I'm just going to begin. Should I begin here? Begin. Wait, no. That way. So I need to start on this side. I always forget what way my machine to go. What way it takes the fabric through. I don't know why, but I always do. So that's why. No, it's this side. Correct, is this side. No, it's this side. Wait a minute, guys. I'm getting confused a sec. Right, it's this side, because then it takes it through that way. Yeah, this side I'm starting. So I'm starting this side. Doesn't matter what shoulder you start on. So I'm going to start on over there. Push my needle in. Yeah, that's perfect for me. So let's say now I'm going to get my foot pad. I'm just going to back a few times, especially on that curve, and push it in there. Because we're going around in a bend, I'm just going to move the fabric. Bring it up. Push it down. Turn it. Can you see how much? Oh, wait, camera's focus. See how much? I don't know. I will show you right at the end, I think. Lift it and turn it. And okay, so I went back and forth. When you go back in your machine, your stitches will stay in place. So when my camera begins to focus, I think it's the light that's putting it off. So I have brought it in. So if I show you my stitches, the camera still won't do it. Come on, camera, come on, focus. There. Can you see how my stitches are coming round the corner, and I've just stopped on the where that fold line is. Now I might have to go around a little bit more, just on this side. Now I need to go around to about, where's that pin? There. My stitches have stopped there. I don't know why this camera's not focusing. My stitches have stopped there, and I need to get to there. Hi Sylvia. Hi Andrew. She's got a deal. Oh bless April. Hi April. So just listening. All right, okay then. We'll drive safely. So I'm just going to bring my machine. Where am I? There. Push the needle in. Okay, that's plenty. Perfect. Now, take this off. Go back to our sides again. I'm going to make you a bit seasick, though I do apologise. So there's your front and your back. Now, can you see we've created our little shape? So when you turn it inside, you'll see a little bit more. Now, with the curvature of this, you need to sort of snip. I'm hoping the camera's going to focus. There, we'll focus a bit more now. So we're just snipping, not all the way to the stitches, because then you'd undo what you've just done. There's just a few snips around those corners. And I don't know how many I've put in, just a couple. I've just started all the way up here and I've just snipped all the way there. I'm going to do the same on this side. There. Right, so that is our front and our back piece done. Now our two side pieces. So on our pattern, you'll notice there's a little like a little mark right at the very top. See him? So we need to transfer that mark on here. Now I'm going to pin this back on, and the reason I didn't do it while I was cutting it out is because I wanted to show you what I meant. So I'm going to just pin it and get your line the pattern up with what you've cut out and make a little snip with your scissors where that mark is. Exactly where that mark is. Take that one away, and then I'm going to move. Okay, and you make a little snip right at the very top. Right, and we go and pin our sides on. Now, this is where I sort of get confused. So bear with me. Like I say, I'm just going to cut these pieces of up and down. Right, so grab your side and so you want the front. So that little mark where we made right at the beginning, that'll tell you which is your front and which is your back. That's why I said about making a little mark there. So what you need to do, you need to get this bust piece needs to be facing in to this piece. So, and we need to line this up. Sorry, we need to line it up. Wait, no. This is where I went wrong. So this is that's the front. So we need it to go like that. So bust piece. This side. So it lines up, that bust piece lines up the inside of the front. And where you marked your little snip is where you're going to go right in there with your little snip. Right, so your little snip is between your two pieces, your front piece and your back piece. and you're going to close it and pin it where you've put that piece. Okay, so you now got your side piece. So the best of your side piece needs to be needs to be facing the curve. That's the only way to describe it. So the easiest way to do this, she said, of Emil's last words, was to take your, now I've pinned it at the top, is to go right at the very bottom and pin it at the bottom. Now inside fabric facing up, the outside of the fabric that you want to see facing the inside, and then you're going to pin it all the way up. If it looks out of place, there's my and I'm going to go down here. Just trying to find some little pins. Okay, take this out. Might make it a little bit too big. So here's your first piece. And then your second piece gets pinned. So there's my and this will all sort of take, when you go to put stuff in, you'll find that the shape of it will sort of all fit together. Not there, might have done them a little bit too big, but that's okay. Better than being too big than far too small. That's fine anyway, because the bottom is going to get tucked under anyway. So again with this next piece, now what I'm going to do to help me out, I am going to sew that and then I'm going to come back and do the other side. Now what she did on her video was that she did the two sides, pinned them, then sewed them. But I think I'm going to find it confusing if I do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave one side to the side. I'm going to sew from bottom to top first, and then you sew from bottom to top, and you go where you last stitched, if you know what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to do that with you. I've never made one of these big ones before. Like I said, I did a practice run earlier, and that was my practice run. Didn't turn out much. So I don't know, we'll see how we're doing. So bottom to top, I'm going to fold it, or not. I'm going to sort of bring this pin out ever so slightly. Bring that pin out. There. Put these back in. Right. So let me push the needle down. I think that may be a bit too much. There, that's plenty. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go forward one and then I'm going to go back. and it's maybe a bit too bright. I can see on the screen that it may be a bit too bright. And as I'm doing, I'm going to take these pins out. So I'm just guiding my fabric and my needle all the way around the sides. Okay, so bring that off, snip it off, so my edge should be all sewn. Yeah, it's all sewn. That's a bit too bright, but you can sort of see where I've done the stitches. Now I'm going to do this side, so you start from the bottom and you work your way up the top. I'm going to put my pins the other way just to help me on this machine, because I've sort of pinned it the wrong way. Right. Yeah, that's about 1/4 inch, I would imagine. My fabric is coming undone. Okay. Take that out. Take this one out. Did this one out. Now it's starting to come undone because I'm not I'm going to keep that pin in there. Okay, bring my needle up, and we should have done the first side. Sorry I'm missing all the comments. Hi Shaz. I can faintly hear Teddy in the background. You can hear him? He's my background noise. I don't need music. Hi Sue, how you doing? So I'm doing, for those that just joined, I'm making a Dressform pivot pin cushion. So we've done our first side. So that's what our side looks like. And it'll look even better when I put the next side on. Woo. Right, so this is our front piece. And again, find that slit that you made with your scissors and go right in the corners. I'm going to close this up, and I'm going to put that green button bin wherever I've just put it. Wherever I just put it, I just had it in my hand. Now mind if I'm going to use a bow. God, right, and I'm just going to make sure they're all lined up, because if they're not, what will end up happening is you'll end up losing your stitches when you come to sew them. Okay, so find the bottom, which is here. I'm going to pin the bottom. I'm going to pin it this way because my machine goes this side. And I'm going to pin all the way up. See, that's coming down. I wonder if that was easy to pin. There. Shouldn't come undone now. Say shouldn't. Hoping it doesn't. And it does. Come on, call it. There. No, it shouldn't come undone. Right. So now we get to pin all these together, all these gorgeous sides. Bit fiddly because of course I've already put one side on, but when you get your first pin in and your first side on, it should be okay to do it. And I'm going to go straight down and unpin this, and then I'm going to take it straight down. So as you see, we're on the fourth piece of our mannequin. Now it's totally up to you how you do it, how you put your pieces on. She said to do it this way on the DIY YouTube channel, and I found it easy doing it this way when I did the piece. See how the fourth piece makes it shape. Get some more pins out. Up at 4:30, so off to bed. Catch up tomorrow. Have a lovely evening, ladies. Good night. Oh, good night. God bless, Shaz. Thank you for popping in. 4:30. Oh, God, Shaz. I'm going to get some more pins. I'm trying not to stab myself because I had a great idea putting all the pins in there. Then I thought when I went in there the other day, I stabbed myself because I'm putting all the pins in one box. I was like, oh, Claire, why did you do that? God. There, and don't worry about it being over the edge when you do this. I'm not going to put the pin that one in because I'm going to sew on that side to begin with, because it'll get tucked under once it's all finished. Right, I am going to I'm going to make sure where I need to be. I'm going to have a drink a second. So what time is it with everybody? And I will be reading the comments because I can see them pop up. Put my pins in the wrong way. 154. Sorry, I'm lurking. No, you're not lurking, Angela. Oh, bless. Angela's doing tidying her rooms and she thinks she's lurking. Well, if you are, you're a good lurker. I'm going to take this out. I'm going to go... Okay, I'm gonna need that. There's a... I haven't gone all the way. There's a hole just there. So what I will do is I will put it back through the machine just to cover that little hole. I thought I had done it, but not. Never mind. Okay. Hiya, Jimmy Laney Creations. Hope I pronounced your name right. So at this point, we're on the last sort of stretch. So what I'm going to do to help me out when it's going through the machine, and because I don't want the machine to catch, knowing my luck, that would happen, I'm going to cut the threads back on the Dressform, only because it's not going to catch them when I'm sort of messing about and sewing the last piece. Let's see. There's a slight little hole there, look. See how I haven't gone all the way? So I will check all this now in a sec to see if I've... So there. Right, last stretch, and we can put this baby together. So, hi Lenny, miss what you're doing, but you're relaxing me now and I just want to sit and watch. Oh, bless. Oh, Angela. Well, I hope you feel relaxed. I think that's why we watch each other too, because don't you think it's like a switch off from everything that's going on, and you know, in your own, and that's why I watch YouTube anyway, because it's like a switch off. Oh, my switch off. So I'm coming to that pin. Now if I catch that on the needle of the machine, it'll bend the machine and more likely do more damage than is good. So it's always best to take your pins out and hold wherever you're doing, rather than just gonna bring that out ever so slightly just to give my machine a little bit of leeway. I need to go now, bye. Oh, thank you, Christine, for coming in. Hope you have a lovely day and lovely night. I'm just going to put it there. Now I should have caught that all. And I have. So it's just that little bit there, and then we can stuff it, and then we can check to see what it actually looks like, and turn it all inside out for you all, and you can have good old check. So I'm just gonna sort of do this quickly in the machine, and all I'm doing is just covering that little hole there. Should, yeah, caught it. So, oh my days. Right, this is it. So we've got like a 4-sided dress form now. And all I'm going to do is just unclip all these off these little threads. Okay, so I'm going to make sure that I've given my mannequin a little bit of breathing space, and I'm going to snip just where these corner edges are, and do the same on this side. Same on this side. So I'm just snipping where the corner edges are, so that when I turn her inside out, she's got a little bit of breathing space, and she'll have a bit more shape to her shoulders. Right, so do you want to see her inside out, ladies? My battery's down. Hopefully I can watch you at home. If not, have a beautiful day. Well, thank you for popping in, Abril. Hopefully you'll catch me right to the end and your battery will last. But if not, thank you for coming in. I do appreciate it. I'm just going to turn her inside out. And we have... I'm so excited. We have a mannequin. So that's what a mannequin looks like. Now, she will look even better with some stuffing in her. So, but I'm going to just poke these edges out. So let's put some stuff in the oh, I do apologise for the shaking. Don't know where I've got. So all I'm doing is just tearing some stuffing up to put inside her. That's all the sewing bit done, so I can knock my machine off now. Right, so let me sort of try and stuff it out a little bit at a time. And make sure you want it sort of padded well, because the pins are going in. You make it look so easy. I know that. Yeah, but even I have never made one of these on, you know, fully. Mine was my first attempt, because I was trying to get a template to know what side to put the sides on. So I've never actually made one of these before. I was inspired so much. I wanted my pin cushion. I wanted the next make to have a bit more shape, because I've made them with bundles, and I've made them in cups, and I've made them in jars. So I wanted it to have a little bit more shape. I was thinking of doing a teapot, and then I don't know why I chose a dress form. I just did. And I just looked around for a free, usable sharing pattern that I could share with you all. I think the trickiest part is putting those sides on. If I had to say a trickiest part to put in those is those sides. But I bet you could make one of these, Angela. I bet you could. So I am just pushing out all the sides now. She's gonna have a little bit more shape to her in a second. When I've put the bottom on, it'll all come together. Right. And give it a bit of a bum, I think. I want to give it a bit of a bum. Right, 1, 2, 3. It looks easy. When you try something like this, I take 7 hours and the stuff is finished is my... Huh? And stuffing finished in my bra or something. I may need stuff. It looks easy. When I try something like this, I take 7 hours. Oh my days. Looking good. Thank you. Thank you, Angela. No, I bet you any money you wouldn't take 7 hours to make one of these. I bet you any money you wouldn't. You do make me laugh though. So I've got a little piece for the bottom in here that I kept right at the very start. Remove my pins out of the way, and we don't need the stuffing at all. Now, you know how I said right at the very beginning I kept these two back right at the very start. So one is to make our base and one is to make our felt. Now it says felt cover. They've obviously used a piece of felt because it's underneath, not going to see it, but me being me, I'm going to use my fabric. So I'm going to just pin it, and I'm just going to roughly just hold and cut. I bet you any money, ladies, it wouldn't take you 7 hours to do. Okay, so there's our piece. There's that. And then I've got obviously fabric left over. And then this is what they use. Like I said, they use foam board, but I want to use cardboard and see if I get the same look. So let me find a pencil. You're awesome. Yeah, because I don't know, but I want to try because I love dress forms and this is an awesome idea. Oh, thank you, Angela. Like I say, it's not my idea to make it. You know, I didn't come up with a pattern, but I wanted to put my own spin on it. And I think my spin that I'm putting on it is to put it into a pot for it to have a bit more of a, well, for it to stand a little bit more, for number one, off the table. So I'm going to move this out of the way. Oh, I know why we've got leftover fabric. It's just dawned on me. So you know how I said, you know, the bottoms won't touch? I just thought of something. The reason they won't touch is because you snip to cover it over and then you put that on top. Just dawned on me then what it was for. Right, I'm going to use, Laurel sent me this glue. It's tacky glue. And she sent me 2 bottles of it. So I'm going to use that. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue just along the edge. And like you say, I'll come back next week and I will decorate the pot with you next week. And I might decorate the mannequin a little bit more. I'm going to pop that straight in. base. Now you can use foam board. I'm using cardboard. There's my base. And then I'm going to snip. Oh, scissors, Colette. Just going to make little ins to help me glue my sides down. Oh, I know what I haven't done. Come on. I fold in and snip it. I need to make the hole for the dowel to go in. So let me see if I'll let them all. There. And we can decorate the dowel as well. That'd be nice. I love this. I had a challenge and I tried it and maybe I could not figure it out. I love this. I had a challenge and I tried it and could not figure it out. Maybe I'll try again. And I finished using a Dollar Tree doll. Okay, and paper mache. I don't like giving up easy though. Oh wow. So I'm guessing, Jimmy, do you make videos? I'm guessing you do because you got a picture next to your name. If you do, I'd love to see yours. Hi, Belinda. You're great, Colette. The time you take every week making and teaching us lovely creations. Oh, thank you, Marlo. Colette, you proved your teacher wrong at school. I definitely did, crafty lady. So what I'll do then, I will look out for your video on you making a dress form. Yes, I did. For those that don't know, I had in school, we had textiles as one of our lessons, and my teacher told me that I would never make it as a textiler, if that's even a word. Never make it as using textiles because I'd be crap at it. That's what she told me. She said that my skills on the sewing machine aren't one to be desired. And I sort of, well, I came out of school that day, and I just sort of, I don't know, when your teacher tells you that, you sort of believe it as a kid. I did, definitely. I'm going to make sure it's not quite straight how I'd like it. I'm just going to pull that up ever so slightly. This glue is brilliant. It's really tacky. Well, weren't joking when she said this glue was tacky. So I have got it so like so. I'm going to play around with it till I get the shape I want. There. The cardboard, this is why they used foam board, I expect. Losing its shape a little bit. And unpick it a minute because the cardboard has moved from me putting it in. So if you're not happy with something, and I just need to move it ever so slightly that way. There we are. That's better. Bring these little tabs out I created. Move this in. There. So I've got that. And I'm going to push that as much as far as in I can go. And then this little guy, I should have marked it out beforehand. I've drawn a circle. Now I'm just going to snip. It should be big enough. Yeah, it's miles big to cover. Well, Jimmy, I'll look out for that video, definitely. I'm definitely challenging you to make one. Hi, Belinda. And I'm just going to pop that on there, and that's going to glue dry like so. So that's my mannequin. And this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to do one more thing and show you all. Oh, sorry for clattering. I've made you jump. Made myself jump then, I must admit. Okay, so there's a bit of a shape to it. And she's got a bit of a shape to her. My first one, not bad. Not bad. Right, let me get some clay out. Okay, so I'm using air dry clay because what will end up happening with this little tub is it'll dry. It'll dry with the sticking, so I won't have to mess about with glue. I won't have to do none of that because it'll dry with the gluing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a chunk of my air dry clay. And I'm just going, I do not do tutorials as awesome as you did. Oh, bless. And show the finished project in a challenge. If you wish to see it, go under Shabby Spring Collection, Hot Week 3. Yes, I'll definitely have a look. It looks great, Claire. Thank you, Liz. Thank you, Angela. Bye. Have a lovely day. Hope she managed to do a craft room. I'll definitely pop over to your channel. Please subscribe to each other. We're all here for inspiration. And even though I'm showing you this, I got my inspiration off that website and that channel, which I will link below, and it's called the DIY Dish. But please subscribe to each other. You know, what I watch might be completely different to what you watch. So I'm going to pop it in there. And I'm just going to push it down. And this will create the weight that I want, without having to worry about getting stones to weigh it down or anything like that, because it will create the weight that I want. And I'm really pushing the clay down into the container. Okay, so about what, quarter of a tub full. And I'm going to pop that straight through the middle. And I'm just going to pop a little bit more just around it. Actually, I'm going to go up a little bit. And also some ladies use dish soap bottles as Dressform. Oh wow! Dish soap bottles. That's a good idea. See, I've never created a Dressform from paper mache. So you've intrigued me there to go and check it out. My stick is moving slightly. So even though I'm pushing the clay down, I'm actually moving it around as well. There we are. And that's a good weight to it now. That's not going to budge anywhere. That was my dog. Like I say, I don't need any noises. Got my own teddy for that. Just make sure. I'm going to make this all pretty next week as well. Bottom of it. There. And that will weigh it down. So I'm just going to cover this up. So with air dry clay, you want to cover it up because it dries with the air. So whenever you do anything with air dry clay or store it, you want to store it in an airtight container. That way then you know you've always got your clay will be ready for you to use next time. So that is my Dressform. So I'm just going to make sure, it doesn't really matter, I've moved that to go with the writing, but it doesn't really matter because I'm covering the bottom next week anyway. So that'll dry completely clear now, and it's good weight to it. It's not going to go anywhere. And when that dries, it won't dry clear, what am I on about? It'll dry so that the stick in there will dry with it. And then when I come back next week, I'm going to decorate the whole pot underneath. And I'm going to do some decoration to my Dressform as well. So please give it a go. I hope, really hope that you do give it a go. This is the first time I've ever made a Dressform. I'll definitely be making another one because I really enjoyed it. I think the trickiest bit I would say is, I'm going to lay it down, is the sides, putting the sides on. But once you've got the sides on, you're away with the fairies, literally, because you'll see it come to shape when the more you do it. So I've left the pattern in the description bar below if you want to have a go. I will go back and I will leave the channel link below as well for you to go over and subscribe. They make awesome things. And like I say, even though she's inspired me to make one, I've sort of spun my own spin on it because I wanted to use these pots for that. So yeah, Aileen said, looking forward to next week. Oh, thank you, Aileen. Belinda says, wonderful idea. Thank you, Belinda. Thank you to everybody that subscribed tonight and commented. Thanks for sharing. Well, you're welcome, Jimmy. Thank you for sharing it, letting me know about your videos. So I'm definitely going to go over and watch your videos. Thank you to everybody that commented. Thank you to all the thumbs up you've been giving me. I've got 11 thumbs up. That's amazing. So thank you so much. And yeah, next week I will be coming back to decorate the bottom, and we're going to be doing a bit of a decoration to the actual Dressform itself. So I really hope you enjoyed it. Jimmy says, also some ladies use this. I'm definitely going to have a look at your challenge, your Dressform challenge. Marla said, good night, God bless. I will definitely know when your parcel comes, Marlo, my darling. Thanks, Colette. See you next week. I'm sub to you. Thanks, Colette. You're very welcome. God bless you all. Until next week, have a lovely weekend. God bless everybody. And I will catch up with you next week. Take care, ladies. Bye.